Hi guys, what's up? I'm Fintroll1984, the man with the world's highest KD ratio, and on my road to a 10 KD, the train just stopped at the 9.0 station. Now, this is a choice that you make at the start of the life cycle of every Call of Duty game. Either you grind to get a super high kill death ratio, or you grind to get a super high score per minute. Now, meaning that you are either a camper or a rusher. Now, I don't consider myself to be a camper, but rather a tactically skilled strategical player, so I'll refer to it as tech strat. Now, this means that you are a think tank instead of a headless chicken, and I think that rushers should not complain about camping because they have been blessed with a new movement system for 2 years now. And if you fail to check your corners, it is your own fault. Campers are like terrorists or Donald Trump's big mouth, they will never disappear. Now, last time I posted my 8.0 proof picture on my Facebook page, I received huge comments on my win-loss ratio and my score per minute. Again, that is a choice that one makes with the start of a new game. A high win-loss is for people who play free-for-all, or clans that play TDM. And if you want a high kill-death ratio, you use the tech strategy on game modes with fixed spawns, so the enemies can never ever spawn in your back. As for myself, I have been victimized by the matchmaking system because I have to try 10 times before finding a lobby where the match is not in progress yet. So if you back out, it counts as a loss, even though you didn't play 1 second in this game. So 10 times backing out means 10 losses. Now, if this was not the issue, my win-loss would be around 0.25, which is it's not high, but it could have been higher. My score per minute is low, because you get only 50 points for killing an enemy on Safeguard, and with the tactical strategy, your priority is 0 deaths. Not a huge amount of kills, but 0 deaths. But on Safeguard, you don't have to worry ever about the super high score streaks, so it's good. Now, there's also people commenting about my time played on this game, which is 16 days, almost 17 days, but I like to savor it like a good wine, which you don't chug away at once. I played only 50 days on Advanced Warfare in an entire year. So now let's talk about my kills, because a good 16% of my kills come from my lethal equipment. Now, tech strat requires well-placed lethals. You can't go without them. Now, the one that I use all the time is the bear trap, which I call a bear trap, using a double trip mine with shock charges, and maybe I'll do a tutorial video about it, because I cannot stand if people use a trip mine in the wrong way. Now, the specialists are not in your favor if you're a tech strat player, because if you look at them, if you play tech strat, only the vision pulse, kinetic armor, the hive, and the active camo are usable. You should never use low accuracy gear like the Sparrow. Now, the last thing I will talk about are the guns you should use and why. Now, the BRM is a total beast. It's the best gun in the game if you equip it with a quick draw and a foregrip. The MK48 on Black Ops 2 worked excellently with a suppressor, but not the BRM. I have more than 10,000 kills with it because the first 2 months after launch, enemies on Safeguard had only one strategy called spawn trapping, so my BRM, it sabotaged their plans most of the time. Now, after the storm, I started experimenting with the 5 useful guns that I know, and my favorite one is the ICR, and on the ICR I have a kill death ratio of almost 17. Now, the second place goes to the Man of War, and I have a KD above 13, but due to the low fire rate, it sometimes has problems with making double kills and triple kills. My KD ratio with the KN44 is higher, it's above 14, but it doesn't do as much damage as the Man of War or the ICR, so I only use this gun in certain situations. Now, the last gun I think is good is the Kuda, which is mainly used for short distances and fast gameplay by the enemies, because in small rooms, this gun will be your best friend. Now, the HVK-30 is not a gun you shouldn't use, but it's the Vesper among the assault rifles, so it has a fire rate that is too high to deliver good accuracy, and it is useless for long distance combat in my opinion. Just like the Vesper, I lost about 10% of my gunfights with the HVK, so I would say there are only 5 guns that are more reliable and you should use them. Now, when it comes to reliability, you shouldn't use shotties or sniper rifles, but that is completely up to you. So that is all for my explanation on my 9.0 KD. I hope you enjoyed the tips I gave you, and I'll see you on the next video. I'm Fintroll 1984.